Friendship's such a vital part of life, perhaps best friends being the most vital part, yet we rarely talk about what it's like to lose a best friend. Today's video is about Ree. As many of you know, my best friend Ree died on the 20th of November 2015, and since I started making videos I've had a lot of requests to do a video about her. I sent out a tweet asking for a few questions, and I've also got some other bits which I'm kind of gonna add in, and hopefully this helps in some way. 9 months ago I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't think that it would ever feel normal again, which is true. It doesn't, but it does get easier, slowly but surely, and I just want to kind of tell you that. Ree had Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is something that I should know a lot about considering I did my English language, speaking, listening, speech about. However, I've had to Google it to kind of get some more facts. I was meant to plan this all out, but you know, not the most organised. Hodgkin's lymphoma is an uncommon form of cancer which develops in the lymphatic system. It affects 1,900 people a year, mostly in young adults. So obviously with cancer, the treatments can be radiotherapy, chemotherapy, or a stem cell transplant. And yeah, I'll leave a link below because I don't feel like I'm actually like, what is my hair doing? Sorry. I don't feel like I'm the kind of person that should be telling you about what's happened, because I've only had one experience with it and it wasn't my experience, it was my friend's experience. So yeah, I don't really feel like I can talk to you about that, but I will leave the NHS page and also some other pages that I found really helpful when I was researching for my English thing. And that should hopefully help you guys if you want to like raise awareness, because it is an uncommon form of cancer, but it also, I didn't know it existed, and a lot of people didn't know it existed. So yeah, I'll leave that down below. As many of you have heard me talk about before, Sophie, who is one of my best friends, was also best friends with Ree, and I asked her to tell me some kind of things which I could use in this video, because Sophie has this way of making everything sound really poetic and, I don't know, like magical, and obviously I don't want to romanticise it, but Sophie just has the way with words which I apparently don't have. So she said she obviously can't remember the exact moment it happened, but she always told herself that it was a dream and that none of it was real. A few weeks after, she felt like Ree wasn't here at all, and she'd never existed. She felt like all of her years of knowing her were just dreams or moments she'd made up in her head. And I agree with Sophie, like it does just feel really weird. And she said, I feel like somebody's ripped out a huge chunk of my heart. It's as if there's something or somebody missing. I'm still not used to not hearing from her, seeing her tweets or seeing her face or hearing her laugh. And she said it's been the longest year of her life, but it's flown by, which is just 100% true. I mean, I can't believe it's been 9 months. It feels like I haven't spoken to Ree in so long. Then it also feels like I just spoke to her yesterday, which is true because I speak to her all the time, but we're just waiting for her to come back, and obviously that's not going to happen. And Sophie's also said a few things. This is one of my favourite things that she said. She said, I thought going to the beach today would help me, but it made things worse. Seeing the waves crashing on the shore reminded me that everything continues even though you're gone, when it shouldn't. The waves shouldn't exist, it should be still and silent. Seeing the shining sun and feeling it on my face reminded me that everything continues even though you're gone, when it shouldn't. The sun should be hidden from the clouds for eternity, we should be shivering in darkness. Seeing family smiling and laughing in the park reminded me that everything continues even though you're gone, when it shouldn't. They should be sad. Seeing the clock in the car reminded me that everything continues even though you're gone, when it shouldn't. The clock should be frozen still or reversing back to a time when you were still on this earth with your cheeky grin and heartwarming laugh. Your constant support, encouragement and love keeping us all afloat in the awful storm. Through the hard times you still believed in the positives, and I miss that, I miss you. Sophie's just my favourite person, she's so cute, and that is just 100% sums up everything. When Shane Dawson made that video about Christina Grimmie, it was just 100% true. Like, you never expect it to happen, and even though with Rhea it was obvious because she was in a coma and she'd been so up and down, you just don't expect it to happen to you or to one of your friends. And it's just the worst experience ever. Like, at 15 years old, I shouldn't have had to go and read a prayer at my best friend's funeral. I shouldn't have had to go to her house. I shouldn't, and see her parents and see everyone in such a state. I shouldn't have had to be given a list of things that I need to do for her. I've got a list of like 100 things, and I've got a bucket list to complete, which is just, it's so lovely, but it's so wrong. This shouldn't have happened, and you always think that it won't be you, but it could be. And that's why cancer research is such an important charity, because they do so much research, and maybe Rhea would have still lived as long without all of this research, but the chances are she wouldn't. And you always think it won't happen to you, but it really could. So please, please, please donate what you can. And yeah, it's just the most horrible experience ever. It really is. It's absolutely awful, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone, because it's just not right. It's horrible. It really is. In last year basically, I had a blog, and on Rhea's birthday I kind of like rambled everything in my brain together and made a blog post. And I just wanted to kind of say a few bits, because it's hard to think of stuff in the video. And yeah, I just wanted to read this paragraph. Like, I saw Rhea just weeks before she died. Before we got into the car to go back to the train station, she hugged me and said, "I love you so much, I always will, and I promise that I'll see you again soon." Which wasn't really anything out of the ordinary, because she always did that, but it was just, I don't know, something didn't feel right. As we drove to the train station, holding hands the entire time, as always, I honestly had no idea that it would be the last time I'd ever see my best friend. I've seen people cry unimaginable amounts of tears if we said goodbye to her. I've watched her family unable to leave the church since the last time they'll ever be in the same room as her. I've sat and sobbed with my friends as we tried to think of ways to bring her back, but nothing ever will. Thank you for being the best friend I could have ever possibly have. You were always there for me, and I'm never going to forget the wonderful things you said to me. Thank you for making me happy and for telling me how great I look when I evidently didn't. Thank you for opening up to me, for the 3 AM phone calls as we sobbed, for the times you told me more than you probably should have. Thank you for everything. I know I thank you all the time when you were here, but that won't ever be enough. Thank you for everything. I hope you're happy now, that they're treating you well up there, that you're dancing with the fairies, princesses and angels. Most importantly, I hope that there's no pain up there. You're finally free, and I'm so proud of you for that. I miss you more than everything, and although it gets harder every day, it's going to be something that we'll learn to live with. I'm going to make you proud, I promise. And yeah, honestly, nothing will ever make me prouder to say that I was best friends with Rhea. She fought so hard for the 2 years that she had this awful disease, and it's so warming to see how much fight such a small person can have, because I'm not being funny, she was tiny. Her immense bravery and positivity during such awful times is something that I believe everyone should adhere to. She truly was and always will be a role model to anyone fighting an illness, either physically or mentally. Keep fighting and things will get better. I don't want to look like I don't want to look like I'm really heartless because I'm reading it from my iPad, but it's something that I've written, and if I look at a camera, probably will end up crying. So fuck's sake, I'm crying already. So yeah, I should have just read this whole blog post out, because so much of it's so nice. For the 3 years of our friendship, we struggled as we had 187 miles between us. We fought to beat the distance as often as possible, and in ways we succeeded in meeting 9 times. I now realise that those 187 miles were nothing compared to the unbreakable distance between us now. It's not even like there's a FaceTime call away anymore. My heart breaks to know that she didn't get to see her 18th birthday, to fall in love, have kids or get married. But she did get to meet her favourite band, go to China and fight cancer, all before becoming an adult. She will always and forever be my inspiration, and I'll strive to achieve anything that I want to in order to make her proud. Okay, last part. We're almost there, lads. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 questions, which I asked people to ask me questions, but I don't think anyone knows what to say, so have 4 questions. One of them is, what is your favourite memory of Rhea? When we had a sleepover last August, we went to this like bench near her house, and we just like sat there and spoke about everything for ages, and it was just the cutest thing because there's like it was like down a hill, and there was like the bench, and then there was like the sea, and we saw this really cute house which was by itself, and she was like, one day we're gonna live there, and I was like, okay. And then we had a conversation about the zoo that we were going to have in our house, and we looked online and we found this really cute dog, and we were going to get a whale, a polar bear, a pig, which was going to be called Dexter for Sophie, obviously, and yeah, we were going to have the Rama Zoo, which would just have been the best thing ever. Okay, next question. Funniest memory. I think I've said this before, but car's really loud. Brilliant. Funniest memory with Ree is when we went to Plymouth Hoe, and we went. Who is that shouting? We went. There's a lighthouse. Have you ever been to Plymouth Hoe? Yeah, there's a lighthouse, and you have to walk up these narrow, windy staircases. Then when you get to the top, we have to walk up all these ladders. And bear in mind, she had like stage 3 cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma. We walked to the top, took some cute, my book just fell off my legs, took some really cute selfies at the top, and then we came to come back down, and I was like, I can't get down, I'm so scared. And you have to walk down these like really rickety ladders. I was crying, the man had to help me down. But it was so funny, we both had tears because it just wasn't that scary, but I don't know why I found it so scary. And yeah, that is definitely our funniest memory. I think that was, well, the last thing she ever said to me was about that lighthouse, so I feel like I need to go back there, but probably would have an emotional breakdown, so let's not go back there. Third question. When you miss Ree, how do you cope? I don't really, because I miss Ree like all of the time, but I don't know, I guess I always write letters to her in my diary, got to update her on my life, or I send her a text, or I will watch the videos that we took together, or just watch Frozen really, because Frozen was our thing. So yeah. How have you stayed so strong and brave? That's cute. I haven't really. I used to tweet about it all the time, but I don't think I just don't tweet about it anymore because, one, this is not a attention seeker. I don't think people care because it was 9 months ago, and I don't think people want to hear me talking about it. And two, it's just like something that I'm gonna just have to learn to like deal with and get over, so I don't really tweet about it. But I haven't really stayed so strong and brave. It's just something you've got to get on with. Like, she died on the Friday and I had the Monday off school, but I went into school on the Tuesday because I had a week of mock exams, and a lot of people were like, why are you in school? And I was like, well, it's just something that you've got to do, and I guess just got to get on with it really. And I know, what on my list, I have to make her proud, so if she's not proud by now, then she needs to lower her expectations because currently slaying, so I'm joking. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching if you watched this long, and if you're someone that has recently lost your best friend, then one, I'm really sorry. It's shit, isn't it? Really shit. But it does get better, I promise. Well, it doesn't get better. You learn to deal with it, but look for the positives in your memories that you have with them at the moment. Don't make them into a sad memory, because that's not good, and then you'll get even more sad. So think of the good things in your memories which you have already, and don't be afraid to talk about your person that you've lost, whether it's your mum or dad, or your brother or sister, or your best friend, or your grandparent. Just talk about them all the time. And me and my friend Amy, I saw her the other day, she lives in Plymouth, she was Ree's best friend as well, and we met up the other day, and we thought we would like find it really hard to be with each other because obviously our main thing in common is Ree, but we just spoke about Ree the whole day basically, and it just makes it so much easier if you actually speak about it and if you're not scared to speak about it. So yeah, thanks for watching if you did watch it, and you can leave me a comment if you want any other questions, because I feel like the questions I used were a bit shit. Well, not shit, but like there's more questions you could ask, so like comment or DM me and I'll do another video, like, not like this because this was terrifying, but maybe I'll do like a re-Q&A, or maybe I'll just do a Q&A and include the re-questions in it and have like a re-section. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope I didn't make you cry. Did I make anyone cry? I made myself cry, but I hope I didn't make anyone else cry. If I made you cry, then I'm really sorry. But yeah, thanks for watching, love you lots, bye! Insert montage of us being cute AF.
Love you, love you. Yeah. Hello. Hi, Sophie. Hi. Just cheering you up.
Come around, please.
Oh, sorry. I think that might have been off. Oh, no,